uh, what is network connection. In this video we are going to know about the what is the network cabling, types of ethernet cabling, types of ethernet cables, straight through and crossover. This is the type of cabling connection where one is the straight through and other is the crossover cabling. So let's see in the details every point. So first we have what is network cabling. Network cable are used to connect and transfer data and information between computers. As we all know, there are two types of transmission media. One is the wired, or another is the wireless. Wired is compulsory need a wiring connection between the networks like computer to computer, computer to switch, computer to servers, and wireless is another technology. We will also take a look on wireless in my next coming videos. So today we are going to learn the first one is a LAN cabling. These cables are essentially the carrier of media through which data flow. As I already told you, we have the two types of data transmission. One is the wireless and second is the network cabling, wired. Different type of network cables such as a coaxial cable, optic fiber cable and twisted pair cables are used depending on the network physical layer, topology and size. There are many types of cables in a network we can use. One of the coaxial cable, it's used in very beginning. Optical fiber is a recent we are using. As you all know about the fiber net, the many companies launched the is fiber broadband fiber internet connections, giga fiber, and twisted pair cable, that is the copper wire cable. We also know about this. So these all are using on depending the network physical layer, topology and size. How long the size? If we have the very long network size, suppose we have a, a worldwide WW World Wide Web types network, then we need to install the fiber cable, because the fiber cable is not losing many transmission frequency. So it depends on the, basically it depends on the types of the network physical layer and topology and its size. The device can be separated by a few meters, examples via Ethernet, or nearly unlimited distance, example via the interconnection or the internet. There are several technologies used for network connection. Patch cable are used for short distance in office and wiring closest. Electrical connection using twisted pair or coaxial cable are used within a building. Optical fiber cable is used for long distance or for application requiring high bandwidth or electrical isolation. Many installations use structured cable link practice to improve reliability and maintainability. In some home and industrial applications, power lines are used as network cabling. Types of Ethernet cable. There are three cable types commonly used for Ethernet cabling. First is coaxial, second is twisted pair cable, third is fiber optic cabling. In today's LAN, and we can say in today computer networks, the twisted pair cabling is the most popular type of cabling, but the fiber optic cabling use is increasing, especially in high performance network. Coaxial cabling is generally used for cable internet connection. Let's explain all three cables types in more details. First one, we have the coaxial cable. You can say in a picture of left side of the screen, the coaxial cable have a plastic jacket, metallic sealed center core, that is the copper wire, and dielectric insulator. A coaxial cable has an inner conductor that runs down the middle of the cable. The conductor is surrounded by a layer of insulation which is then surrounded by another conducting shield, which makes this type of cabling assistant of outside interface. This type of cabling comes in two types, thin net or thick net. Both types have a maximum transmission speed of 10 Mbps. Coaxial cabling was previously used in computer networks but today are largely replaced by twisted pair cabling. Second, we have the twisted pair cabling. A twisted pair cable has four pair of wires. These wires are twisted around each other to reduce crosstalk and outside interface. This twisted pair cabling can be used for telephone and network cabling. It comes in two versions. That means the twisted pair cable is two types. One is UTP, unshielded twisted pair, and another is STP, shielded twisted pair. The difference between these two is that an STP cable has an additional layer of insulation that protect data from outside interfaces. Type of cabling is common in current LAN networks. Here right side of the screen you can see how a twisted pair cable looks like. A twisted pair cable uses 8P8C connector, sometimes wrongly referred to as a RJ45 connector or Ethernet connector. It's a registered jack 45, RJ45. Now we have a fiber optic cabling. This type of cabling use optical fiber to transmit data in the form of light signals. The cable have strands of glass surrounded by a cladding material. This type of cabling can support greater cable length than any other cabling type, up to a couple of miles. The cable are also immune to electromagnetic interface. As you can see, this cabling method has many advantages over other methods, but its main drawback is that it is more expensive. That means fiber optic cable is more expensive to laying and to implementing in network. So the big ISP providers are affording this cost of price. There are two types of fiber optic cables. Also there are two types. One is the single mode fiber SMF and second is the multi mode fiber MMF. SMF used only in a single ray of light to carry data used for larger distance. That means when we are going to a stable larger distance network, then we have to use SMF fiber. MMF use multi rays of lights to carry data, less expensive than SMF. So that means multi-mode fiber is less expensive as compared as single mode fiber. Four types of connector are commonly used in a fiber optic cabling. First is ST, straight tip connector, SC, subscriber connector, FC, fiber channel, and LC, lucent connector. Types of Ethernet cable straight through. This is the last topic of the our video. The types of Ethernet cables straight through. So let's see the what is the straight through cables. Ethernet's cable can come into two forms when it's come to wiring. When we are going to really implement the cables in a network, then we need to connect with the wiring with the connect with the it's RJ45 connectors, as we can say. So first we have the straight throw cable. These cable types have identically wiring in both ends. Pin 1 on one end of the cable is connected to pin 1. At the other end of the cable, pin 2 is connected to pin 2, etc. That means as his name the straight throw cable, that means the each side of cable are connected in a same throw way. That means one end is a cable number pair number uh, orange white, then another side is also pin number 1 connected with the orange white. Thus another side is the pin number 2 connected with the orange color cable. Then the other end of the cable, it's also connected with pin 2 with the orange. That means it's connected with a straight through 1:1. This type of cable is used to connect the following device: computer to hub, computer to switch, router to hub, router to switch. That means we can say the different type of devices connected with a straight through cable. That means the different layered devices. That means you can see a computer and hub, computer to switch, because the computer and hub is a different layered devices. So the different type of devices, and you can say the different layered devices are connected with straight through cable. Computers and routers use wire 1 and 2 to transmit data and wire 3 and 6 to receive data. Hubs and switches use wire 1 and 2 to receive data and wire 3 and 6 to send data. That is why if you want to connect two computers through, you will be need a crossover cable. That means when we are going to connect the same types of devices like switch to switch, like network, computer to computer, like server to server, then we need crossover cable. So let's see the crossover. With the crossover cable, the wire pairs are swapped. That means the if the first and one pin 1 is connected, it may be possible the second end is connected with the pin number 6, pin number 3. So let's see, which means that different pins are connected together. Pin 1 and on end of the cable is connected to pin 3 on the end of other end. As you can say, the if we have the NIC MDI and the another is also MIC MDI, that means it's the same type of NICs, then we have to connect the crossover cable. That means the one the left side of your screen, you can see the pin number 1 is connected to pin the right side of your screen, NIC pin number 3, pin number 2 is connected to pin number 6. So this is called the crossover cable. This type of cable is used when you need to connect two devices that use same wire to send and receive data. For example, consider connecting two computers together. If you use a straight through cable with identical wiring in both ends, both computers will use wire 1 and 2 to send data. If computers A sends some packets to computer B, computer A will send that data using wire 1 and 2. That will cause a problem because computers expect packet to be received on wire 3 and 6 and your network will not work properly. That means if we are going to use the wrong cabling in a network, that means the network is going to slow and the collision is maybe it's possible the network is going to very slow. Maybe it's possible the data is not transmitted properly. It's taking too long time to going sending and receiving data one to other devices. This is why you need to use a crossover cable for such connection. So that means we need to use, basically we need to use appropriate cabling with a proper device. Never device support the auto MDIX capability to automatically detect and configure the required cable connection type. This removes the need for a specially cable type between certain device. Also note that the Gigabit Ethernet and faster standard use all four wire pairs to transfer data in both direction simultaneously. So today is only we have the some basic knowledge of cabling. So thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe. Next video will be uploaded very soon. Thank you so much.